My name is Marcia Wilson. I'm an artist. People sometimes ask me to paint their dogs. This is a Havanese dog that lives in my hometown of Leonia, New Jersey. I brought my grandson over to photograph the dog, whose name is Harry. He's very cute. These are photographs I took, and the first thing I did was trace the photograph with carbon paper on a canvas. The canvas looks red because I found it on trash day, and somebody had painted a jumping dolphin on it. But I like using recycled goods, and I love bright backgrounds. So this was most fortunate. Can you see the outline of my drawing from the photograph? I actually just traced it, because this is an 8 by 10 canvas, and that's an 8 by 10 print out from my printer. Here I am sitting down in my studio, which is an unoccupied bedroom of my house. And I'm wearing rubber gloves because I forget why, I just like to do that. I got the idea from seeing other students wear them in art class. And now I'm looking for a brush to start to paint. My oil paints are in a plastic box with little compartments in it. And I don't know, I got started doing that from a class with a Chinese teacher, and he had his paints like that. They seem to last for a week or so when you do that, so I copied him. I copy a lot of people. So here I am starting to paint in this picture. The first thing I did was do the background. You see I put some kind of an off-white on the background so that the dog now looks red. And I'm looking at the paper, which is right in front of my face. You see it on the table? And all I'm doing is putting in the darkest colors of the picture. I've just closed off my mind to everything but darks. So I'm using, it looks like I'm using a dark green. It doesn't really matter whether it's blue, green, or whatever, as long as it's dark. And that's what I'm doing, is putting in the darks. Classical music playing in the background. It seems to be a harpsichord. I have no idea what it is, probably Bach. I don't like to be alone in the room, so I like to play something. When I get a radio, I'll listen to live music. But until then, it's whatever I have. Okay, so here I'm starting to use whites. You see, first I did the darks, now I'm doing the lights. I'm trying to zero in on this picture. So first I did the darkest colors I could see, and now I'm doing the lightest colors I can see in that photograph I took. And the background seems to be a kind of a half tone, a little off yellow. So here's how the dog is going to shape up using the lights. I'm kind of scrubbing away here with my old brushes. I'm a little cheap about buying brushes. Nice brushes are good, but I usually get them from the dollar store, or at least I used to. Made in China, 3 brushes for $1. Okay, here we are, painting along. What am I doing now? I did the lights, I did the darks. This looks to be a half tone. Looks like I'm using a kind of a light green color. When I'm painting, I generally don't think in terms of colors so much as lights and darks, tones. All the darks are sharp, all the lights are sharp, and in between is half tones. And I seem to like to have red as an undercolor, because it makes things look alive, shining through sometimes. I seem to be putting highlights in the eyes now. Painting from a photograph is different for me than making stuff up out of my head. When I work from a photograph, it's just kind of an exercise in concentration. I just have to memorize the shape in my mind and then duplicate it with paint. And all I have to think about is darks, lights, and the middle tones. And as I said, any color will do as long as the tone is right. So I kind of have fun with it. It's really enjoyable. It's relaxing. It's just I don't find it as challenging as making something up from my head. But I'll tell you this, the paintings I do that are copied from photographs, even photographs I took, or sometimes I copy old photographs of my ancestors, those seem to be much more popular than the kind of stuff I make up out of my head that looks like folk art. Even though my dog paintings are more popular than anything else, I do them very rarely Because what's life all about? Pleasing others or pleasing myself? You got it. It's about pleasing me. So that when I'm all done, I say, I enjoyed my life. I had a good time. So the subtleties come to play. I'm going even darker. I guess I'm going to a straight black now, it looks like, either that or a navy blue from what I had before. And, it's a question of dark, light, and in between, and different colors. And it doesn't seem to matter whether I have a good brush or not, since I'm using, this looks like one of those dollar brushes again. And this is a very cute little dog, by the way. I must say, a Havanese must be a marvelous breed. This little dog had the best personality. Yeah, I'm working away at this. I think I've sped up the video double time so that I seem to be, yeah, maybe it's even 4 times what I usually work at. Because I don't want to bore you with how long it takes. But in reality, time passes quickly when you're having fun. It's cute, huh? So it's a question of noticing the differences between black and, between dark and middle ground and the red, you just have to keep looking at the subtleties in the middle and don't worry about what color it is. Just have fun with it. Painting a couple of months ago, so I don't really remember every detail. I think I did it last summer. Now I'm talking to you in the month of December. But generally speaking, I look in my box and see what colors of paint are still soft. And then I figure out where they're going to go. Like if I had a bright yellow, I'd see where it would fit in. Anyway, I'm just having fun, and things seem to be evolving. What a cute little dog. And there's my picture. There's the painting. The painting has more red tones in it than the photograph, but I like it that way. I kind of like warm tones. And we've got some blues here, and there I've signed it. Did you see? And here's the happy couple. They seem to like it. I made 2 paintings for them, and they took them both. This is the end, by the way. So long.